All right, can everyone hear me okay? Yes? Okay, good.
I can,
All
but I
right,
can't see you.
so that thing that picture of, I don't know what movie it was from, but Leo DiCaprio that says basically the only thing stopping you from achieving your goals is that BS story. Whatever that said, something about that BS story telling you that you can't do it. And so I've told a couple of you guys, but I feel like more of you guys should know is that I did not register for this 2016 Success Club cruise because I told myself that there was no way that I would qualify, that I could do it, that I would ever be able to pay for my trip. I was a self-fulfilling prophecy, not because I didn't qualify or not because I didn't have Success Club points, but because I told myself I couldn't do it and didn't freaking register for it. So that's my BS story, and it's stopping me from going on this trip. And you guys and I will be salivating at the pictures of the fun time that our team is having. So anywho, I thought you guys should know that. That comes into my head every single day lately now that they're talking about the cruise, because I made it. I could have done it. I probably could have paid for my ticket. Anywho, that has nothing to do with being a new coach here. Your screen is black. Can anyone see me? Yes? Dawn, I don't know what's up, sister. All right, so I took some notes. I'm a new coach now. What? I want you guys, if you're new, I don't care if you're if you're new, if you're struggling, if you need a refresher, write this word down. Consistency. Consistency. That means whether you feel like showing up and playing the coach game or not, if you want to build this business, if you want it, you will be consistent. So, you know that as a consistent coach, you're posting 3 times a day. 1, 2, 3. You also should know that all 3 of those do not have to be Beachbody. So what are they about? So what you need to do is make sure that one of your posts out of the 3 should be about either being a coach, your journey, your workout, your pressing play, something that encompasses Beachbody. That's one post. That leaves you 2 freebies. How do you do that? Well, it goes to your brand. Now, some of you guys who are in Coach Basics or are going to start Coach Basics, you'll learn a lot more about branding because I think there's like 2 videos. But here's what you need to know about your brand. You need to pick 5, 6, 7 things. I don't care. If you can't pick 5, start with 3. 3 to 5 things that make you different than the rest of us 400,000 coaches. So, for example, and those of you who've been like in sneak peeks, you've seen that you've heard my stupid brand several times. I think I'm funny. I do Wahlberg Wednesdays. I'm a mommy of 2 little girls. I'm Greek. I'm a Jesus lover. And so, well, okay, so that's who I'm marketing to, right? Like attracts like. So the reason why having a solid brand is for not only to figure out who you're marketing to, but on those days where you're like, crap, I need to post something on Facebook, you head to Pinterest and think of the first thing that comes to your mind. So if you're a mommy and that's part of your brand, type in mommy quotes. Find one and apply it to your day. If you think you're funny, then go into Pinterest or Google Images and type humor. Boom. Find a picture that applies to you right then and now. Something that makes you like LOL, snarf, whatever. Post it. Okay? Not everything has to be Beachbody, but in order for you to stay relevant to your friends and on their timeline is to be on their timeline. So consistency, consistency, consistency. Did I say consistency? Okay. Whether you want, I mean, if you want to build this business, you have to show up every single day of the game. And if it means that you throw a post out there, at least you did something. And then if you put a post up that's not getting likes, Fail forward. Don't woe is me it. Don't say, oh my God, I only got 2 likes. Move on. You're wasting time worrying about that. What you should do is say, well, what didn't I do? So here's some posting tips. And I know I'm giving you guys a lot of information, but if you have your brand, you can be consistent. So here's how to post. First of all, do not throw several paragraphs at a time on a post. I don't care if it is the screenplay to Star Wars. Nobody is going to read it. It's too long. You need to break that ish up. Throw some eye-catching emojis. Put a picture. Break it up with asterisks. We are in instant gratification America. If we don't see something that catches our eye from Grow, we start to scroll and try to find the next thing that catches our eye. So there you go. Your why. You need a why. And a why cannot just be, well, I really like to help people. Oh, that's a wonderful thing, okay? But that is not going to be enough to keep you going in the lulls. All right? This business is not all highs. Not every month is January. Not every month is people trying to like revamp themselves. There's a lot of months that can be like November and December where everyone is squeezing their pockets closed because they have, you know, stuff to buy. So your why is going to be what makes you keep pushing through, okay? Your why, I mean, they say your why should make you cry. It should be intense. Whether it makes you cry or not, I don't know. I mean, I love my girls to death, and they're my why, and maybe on a PMS day or after 3 glasses of wine, I might cry. But, you know, it all depends on your personality. Anywho, you need a strong why. All right. So the next thing is, if you are wanting to work this business, okay? If you're here, oh, back to the whys, sorry. So your why can be twofold, right? I almost quit like 4 times. One was before I popped Diamond. One was a couple of times after. One was after a coach quit on me. And Dave, my husband, had to be like, look, I don't care what you do with the biz. If you want to run it, don't run it. He's like, but didn't you join just to be like, just for the discount? And so at the end of the day, in the frustration, yes, your why should keep you grounded. And especially if you're running with this business and you are trying, you're giving it your all, that why might keep you going. But also, on the bad days of business, you're still saving yourself money. You're still holding yourself accountable every day to get up and press play. Whether that's to make some money or not, you have basically committed to yourself a healthy lifestyle. And if you happen to make money along the way, super bonus. Okay, so try to keep it real. Like, be driven, like want this, but also know that like, even if you're quote unquote failing, are you?
I really liked what Amy Silverman said during like the Rockstar call.
And you are helping others. Like, I call that a win. So anywho, one thing Candace had said on a Diamond call, and I don't know that I've reiterated this enough, is like when if you are like chomping at the bit and you want to work this business, there is no such thing as emailing or messaging your coach, your upline coach. Okay? I would rather be inundated with your questions because that shows you're hungry. It shows you want it. It shows initiative. And guess what? I annihilated Candace's inbox before I started, when I started, and then when I finally got to open my new business center last week, I acted like a brand new coach again. I'm like, what do I do? Like, what am I doing? Okay? There's no shame in that game. All right? If you want this business, use your upline as a resource. Now, with that being said, there are other amazing resources. Google, it's phenomenal. Okay? So Save yourself the time when, let's say someone's like, oh my God, someone's, you know, pinning up Isagenix against Shakeology. Save your keyboard strokes. Type it in Google before you go to FitMama and wait for a response. Go into Google, type in Isagenix and Shakeology, boom, you're going to have an entire list of stuff that you can pick and choose from versus posting it in FitMama and waiting for a response. I personally found that I grew myself, like I grew as a coach when Candace was like, Google it. Like there was just stuff. I was like harassing her on a Sunday night and she's like, I don't know, Google it. And so then I was like, oh, this is how I find answers. Like I can find out how to do this and this, and I know I can compare this and this. So yes, use your upline coach for business purposes and for strategizing and doing that. But for the silly, you know, I don't want to say silly, but for the questions you have, like, you know, I had a customer say this about Shakeology versus this, Google it. Use those tools. The other tools are the back office. The back office is loaded. If you have not acquainted yourself with the back office, if you have not acquainted yourself with the back office, do it. So you log into your coach, you know, log into Team Beachbody, Coach Online Office, and then there's like my business product toolkits. There's so much stuff there, including word for word challenge group guides, word for word with pictures. Like this company is setting us up to succeed. Use it. You're paying $17 a month for that office. Use it. There are videos back there. Use them. There are e-cards back there. There is so much at the tip of your fingers. That other places, I mean, other companies, you would have to pay for your own to get all of that done for you. So there's that. What else was I going to say? I have a list here. All right. Goals. I had, and again, I can't make you guys want anything. You can't make your coaches want anything. You can't make your coaches' coaches want this. Okay? You personally need to set goals, your goals. You can set goals for what you want to see your team do. Like I set my goals and I sent it to Candace and the Northeast, whatever Northeast coach, whatever her name is. And I'm going to do my best to support my team to make those goals happen. But here's what I'm not going to do. I am not going to, I don't want to say waste my energy, but if you don't want it, or if you're in the position where your coaches don't want it, like then you need to refocus your energy. Okay. And, all right, and maybe I think this is getting a little more off topic because this isn't, I'm a coach now, what? So I'm going to rewind and I'm scatterbrained. All right, anywho, you can still set goals as a new coach. So if you're a new coach, maybe your goal is to sell a challenge pack. Maybe your goal is to help 2 people. Maybe your goal is to turn to Emerald. Set a tiny goal. Set a 30-day goal. Set a 60-day goal. Set one and send it to your coach. Okay? All right. So, all right. So the next thing is, and I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but this is how I think. The next thing is like, so a lot of new coaches like, I don't know what to post. Well, I have a discount coach who I work with, and she has no interest in coaching at all, but every single one of her posts has been a picture of either a post-workout selfie with 21-day fix and posts like showing like the meals in the containers, hashtag 21-day fix. And I wish that I could like be like shake her by the shoulders and be like, do you realize that you are sharing, right? So sharing is part of this coaching thing, okay? You don't have to, and you should not use a stock photo that says challenge pack $140. That's not original. That's not you. Show what it means to you. Show what that challenge pack means to you, or how that changed you. Or, you know, I'm not saying to overdo the post-workout selfies, but I've seen a lot of amazing posts of a video. I've seen a lot of amazing posts of like, holy crap, look at my pants. I've seen so many awesome ways that you guys are sharing. I mean, look how many times on Facebook you guys see someone saying, oh my gosh, I just ate at this great restaurant. Guess what they're doing? They're sharing their experience, right? And so if you're in the market for a new spot to hit, guess where you're going? To the place that that person just said, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing restaurant. You know, I fell into it on a non-Beachbody thing. Candace posted something about some under eye concealer stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she said, you know, I was like, where did you get it? Ulta. Great. Guess where I went the next day? Freaking Ulta. Guess how much I dropped? Almost $100, right? We're sharing. We don't sell. We don't sell because we don't keep inventory. We don't ship shit, right? We're independent. I don't want to say distributors because we don't distribute anything. We share our story. So that's one place to start with. So you ordered your challenge pack, right? You order your challenge pack, you get it in, post a picture and be like, whoa, look at this. I just got the 21-day fix challenge pack. I'm so ready to start my journey. Boom, you just shared, right? Or you can share pictures of your grocery cart with clean eats in it and be like, you know, this has become a lifestyle change. You're sharing. Here's what you don't want to put. Don't throw dollar signs on any of your posts at all. Don't do it. Don't even use stock photos. Make your own. There's a ton of apps to use to create those little memes or memes or whatever the crap they're called. Okay. Use your upline. I already said that. Use your tools. All right. Three vital behaviors. 3 vital behaviors are invite. That's the first one. Now, this is the one I struggle with this one. Believe that? I struggle with inviting. This is the one that on a sticky note every day at my desk, I need to put a sticky note that on my desk that says, you need to invite. Now, inviting doesn't mean that it has to be, hey, want to come to my challenge group? It's going to be really funny. People are going to win prizes. It doesn't have to be that. Inviting is, part of inviting is simply shooting a message to someone on Messenger and being like, hey, how's it going? I saw your Christmas card. The kids are getting big. That's it. You don't need to say anything about Beachbody. You don't need to talk about fitness. If it comes up, great. If it doesn't, but make sure that you leave the conversation like answerable. So if you say, hey, the kids are cute, and that's it, what are they supposed to say? Thanks, right? You want to kind of like leave your message to them so that there's a response, like to trigger a response. So, how has your winter been? Whatever. All right. So that's part of inviting. Yes, inviting the challenge group counts as inviting. That seems a little more daunting than looking at your friends list and hitting up one of your friends or 2 of your friends. Start with 1 a day. Just a random friend to catch up with and be like, hey, haven't seen you in a while. How's everything? Have you heard about not Beachbody, but have you heard about the new store coming? Or, what do you think about Macy's or whatever? Start a conversation. 2, the second vital behavior is being a product of the product. Now, at first when I heard that, I was like, oh crap, well, I don't look like those after pictures of 21 Day Fix or T25. No, I didn't say be the final product of the product. I said be a product of the product, which means you cannot be a coach, an effective coach, if you are not pressing play every day, if you're not drinking your Shakeology, because how on earth are you going to convince someone to drink their daily dose of superfood nutrition if you won't? Then you're like a cheap car salesman that everyone runs away from. right? Being a product of the product, getting up, pressing play every day, encouraging others, drinking your Shaco, living healthy lifestyle. That's it. Yeah? All right. The third and the most important is personal development. I don't know how many times those two words came out at once at Super Saturday, but holy crap, like if the message didn't come through on prior team calls, it would have come through at Super Saturday. Okay, so you know, if you have like, if you feel like, oh my gosh, like, can I even do this? Like, then you need to read You're a Badass, right? But if you don't have any kind of like confidence or like whatever issues, then skip Badass and go to the next thing. Like, oh gosh, like, what if I can't do this? What if I fail? Then start reading Failing Forward. There are PD books that are targeted and geared towards a freaking array of things that you can polish up on. So, you know, it can be, I mean, there's lists and lists. There's that personal development group that John started. That's, I think it's getting huge. But like, take a look, see. Take a look and see like what people are posting their takeaways. And if you're like, wow, that's a great takeaway, write the name of that book down for your next one. I know one of my fabulous coaches on this call sent me her goals, and it had 2 books as a goal to get through. That's fierce. I think you can do it. You are my hero. I'm struggling with the PD. Like, if I can get in 5 minutes of either the Darren Daily, if you haven't signed up for it, it's a free email, like a 5-minute video. I listen to those in my cubicle, and I have to listen to them like 5 times because some of the time I don't realize that the call ended, and I'm like, what was that? Like, what? I don't know. Yeah, and then, all right, so I went over all that. And then the other thing is, I mean, you're brand new, some of you, but even if you're just gaining traction now, talk to your coach before you place any coaches.
This girl's fucking nursing her baby right now.
Talk to your coach. I don't think that I did this enough with Candace, and my volume is so jacked up that when at Super Saturday they were talking about the royal flush, which means like all the carryover volume kind of gets flushed into like nowhere, I'm going to be crying like a Kardashian. But that's neither here nor there. The moral of the story is talk to your coach, excuse me, when you're going to sign someone, to have them help guide you on placing them, and they can give you the pros and cons of where to put your coaches. So before Super Saturday, I thought always put your spouse on your weak leg. And then you know, Jason Diebold kind of like shed light to like, well, maybe you put them on the strong leg, and here's why. So anywho, that's what I kind of had. If there are any like if you guys have questions that I didn't hit, or if I rambled on something and you need me to like go back over it, you guys can unmute and ask questions. No questions? How many people do we have on here? Oh, all 12 of us. Okay.
Can you hear us?
All right. So I guess to sum it up, if anyone's taking notes for their coaches who can't be on the call, yes, I'm recording it, is figure out what your why is. That's what's going to keep you going. If you need help coming up with your why, then you need to talk to your coach so that they can kind of help direct you. Your why could be ever evolving, okay? But you need that why. And if you want to run this biz, it better be a strong freaking why, because this business has ups and downs. Your brand, come up with 3 to 5 things that make you different from everybody else, okay? And that, because that is one, who you're marketing to, And 2, how you're gearing your posts. Get it? So you got to gear your posts to your market because you're using social media. So if you're doing all Beachbody all the time, yeah, people are going to unfriend you and screw them. But that's not that. I mean, that's more of an infomercial. People are buying Beachbody products from you because they connect to you. And so if you're not saying who you are in your posts at least 2 of the 3 times, then you're nothing but an infomercial, a warm body infomercial. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Show up whether you feel like it or not. Show up. And I don't mean like if you're sick and you miss a workout, that's fine. I'm talking about showing up to your business every single day. You couldn't not show up to work every single day and have the same results or even still have a job. So if you're treating this as a business, which if you're on this call, I'm assuming that you want to treat it as your business, then you show up whether you feel like it or not. And if it's a, I'm so tired, like be real without bleeding all over Facebook. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep the drama behind the screen, but you can be real and just be like, look, it's been a bad day, but I know tomorrow is going to be a better day. You guys feel what I'm saying? All right. Use your upline. Stalk your upline. Overwhelm your upline with questions. There is no shame in that game. Use your tools. That would be the back office, the team pages, but Google that ish first. If it's not like a Beachbody corporate question or a challenge pack question, okay. But if it's a question that can be Googled, which everything can be Googled, try it first. You will see that you will grow more as a coach. Sorry. And then the 3 vital behaviors. Gianna, are you asking a question? Because I don't hear you. Can anyone hear G?
Nope.
Wait, raise your hand if you can hear Gianna. No, okay. It was really quick. I couldn't make those lists. Yeah, no, I could not hear that person. Okay, any other questions? All right, so, oh, look, we did this in less than a half hour. That's good. I will, what do you call it, post this to the call. Again, you guys can post questions in the link once I post it, and you can also post questions. You can ask your coach questions. So I hope that this was helpful. I know that I rambled, but I hope that it was helpful. There you go. I'm repeating myself again. All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, next week we have Gianna talking about fit clubs and events, like shows. All right, bye.